Hi everyone, welcome to Cosmic Trip. So this is an early access real-time strategy game. And let me just jump right into it and show you guys how it works. Okay, so most real-time strategy games on the Vive are just like tower defense games. This one actually emulates more traditional real-time strategy elements, such as building your base, collecting resources, and building an army. Okay, and telling that army what to do. So I just built a bot collector, which is a building, and then you have to power it with these batteries, which you just kind of shove in there. And, well, the first wave of enemies has spawned at me. So this is kind of tower defense gameplay. It is early access. And you can fight the enemies yourself by using these little discs. So you can either throw them, or you can just go ahead and stab the enemies. Obviously, the first wave is pretty easy, so it's no problem to handle it yourself. Now, I'm going to build another building, the refinery, which is like the resource collection building. So I'm going to put it as close to these resources as I can, while still being able to reach it. And then throw a battery in there. And let's build our first resource collector, which is called a worker bot. So this is just your traditional resource collector unit that will go from those minerals back to the refinery, and you can actually throw them over there, like get over those resources. And let's see. I can actually build a defender right now. So you get the disc and you put it in there because my little resource bot is in trouble. I can't actually reach over there. Alright, suckers. Okay, so now I have this one defender bot, and you can kind of throw him anywhere you want him to defend, and then when you want to move him around, you simply grab him and throw him where you want him to go. But just sitting right there, he should be okay. So I'm just going to keep building workers, get my macro going. So real-time strategy games are very near and dear to my heart. I grew up on these games. I grew up on PC gaming exclusively, and back in the day, it was all about Warcraft and Starcraft and Command and Conquer. Those were some of my favorite games. So, and even up until like right before the release of VR, I was playing Starcraft 2. I'm loving it. So the current RTS games in VR have been kind of a disappointment to me because they are basically just really simple tower defense games that don't really have in-depth RTS mechanics. But this game is the first one that actually does kind of emulate some of those Warcraft, Starcraft, etc. mechanics where you build an army, where you collect resources and you build bases. This one even has expanding, so you move around the map currently by opening these little portals, and then I could go expand here. Expanding is actually kind of complicated, and I'll get into that later in the game. So for now, I'm just going to try to keep this base defended and build up my economy. And so the game, in its current state, is very early access. So what you're seeing right now is kind of tower defense gameplay, essentially. But as this game progresses more, it is going to have more of a strategy, like real-time strategy-based gameplay. And I can't really talk that much about it because I don't actually know exactly what their plans are. But for example, there's a map mode that's not in the game yet. I assume that's going to be an overhead view where you can look down and kind of control the battlefield like that. I hope so, at least. So, yeah, I just wanted to show this game because even though it's early access, it's really, really fun. Now, I should probably save up my minerals so I can have enough to buy this little defensive turret that I want. Right now I'm just relying on my discs and my one defender to hold off these waves, but they're going to start getting a little bit harder. Oh, there we go. I have enough to buy the turret, which I'm going to put over here so it's in a good range to defend my little probes there. And then oh wait, first I have to charge it with a battery. Charge all your buildings with a battery, and then you put your hands in there and you control it yourself, which is pretty cool. So in a traditional RTS game on the computer, there's the micromanagement of your units, right, where you're trying to individually control your units to make them most effective. In a VR RTS game, I feel like the micromanagement part comes from you actually fighting on your own, which is pretty cool, because I also Is this guy effectively shooting? I feel like his line of sight might be blocked. Also, you can shoot the little orbs that they shoot out of the air, which is a good way to protect your own units. Dang, this guy's so far away. Alright. I'm gonna start building some more defenders. Because I feel like, I don't know the exact mechanics of this game, but I feel like at a certain point, you have too many workers, and then the minerals will just kind of accumulate and rotate around your refinery. But they only actually get used at a fixed rate or something. So, this game is super early access, like I said, but the gameplay that is in the game right now is actually pretty polished and fun. I have a lot of fun with it. Unfortunately, what you're looking at is about the extent of what the game has. So let's see. As you can see, there's the worker bot and the laser bot, and then everything else is locked, coming soon. Same with the buildings. We've got these 3 buildings that I have, and then everything else is locked. And then, yeah, the battery, obviously. But that's okay. So, I'm just going to see how far I can get in this defense mode. The other locked element of this game is the strategy mode. So when you start the game, you can choose one of 3 modes. There's tutorial, defense, or survival, which I'm playing, and strategy, which isn't implemented yet. So I'm hoping that this isn't the extent of the game, and that as it gets developed more, it'll become more of a traditional real-time strategy game. But in its current state, I think it's pretty fun, although it's hard to recommend it with this small amount of content unless you're really into real-time strategy games. But I'm definitely interested in seeing how this game progresses, because I feel like just building off of this base that it has right now, it could be one of the best games on Vive. Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna build, oh, not another refinery. Oh no, can I cancel that? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna build another bot factory so I can speed up the production of these bots. And you gotta make sure to power it. Now, I can't actually afford to be building 2 of these defensive guys at the same time. So maybe that second bot factory was a mistake, but once I get my expansion up and running, I should be okay. Now the tough part about expanding is that your enemies will attack your expansion instead of your main base. So you kind of have to set up a defense on your expansion before you can really start doing anything with it. This dude is just flying all around. Alright, I got him. I think it's really important to shoot the orbs out of the air, because you don't want your own units to die. That really can screw you over. And then these enemies drop these little ectoplasm things. So when I look at my resources, there's the minerals and then the ectoplasms. I don't know if that's their actual name, that's what I call them. So you gotta make sure to pick those up, because they do eventually despawn. Alright, start pumping out these defenders. Once I get enough, I can open the portal and start expanding. Kick my economy into high gear. Alright, here comes the next wave. By the way, this is your friend bot, I think he's called, and he tells you when the waves are coming. Get out of the way, friend bot. Got aliens to kill. This game is very yellow, which is a plus for me because yellow is my favorite color. But I've seen some people complain about it. Kind of a nitpicky complaint, though. Okay. More laser bots. Another thing, this doesn't really apply at the moment, but whoops, get out of my way. You can actually mine yourself by aiming and then throwing the minerals at your refinery. So, early game, you can assist your early on workers by doing a little mining yourself. What do you say? Wave 10 incoming. Okay. Ooh, what's this? These are big. Oh, I think it's just these same guys. Get him. It's really fun assisting in defense yourself, because it kind of combines the tower defense aspect of Longbow from the lab with the traditional tower defense games where you just set up towers and defend, but you don't actually do anything yourself. Alright. I'm going to start throwing any future laser bots I build through the portal and just build up a little army over there before I expand. Now I don't actually know if the strategy I'm using is the most effective strategy. Oops, not that one, this one. But no. I was going to throw the disc through there, that's probably not a good idea. But I guess we'll see. Alright, these guys are spawning right behind my workers, which is kind of scary. I was just making sure all of my attackers are actually attacking here. And now I think I accidentally destroyed the ectoplasm, or one of them. Looks like one of my workers is actually harvesting that ectoplasm. No, he let it go. Whoops. There we go. So the dual bot producing buildings aren't working out as well as I planned, but maybe once I get an expansion up, it'll be better. Oh yeah, let's start throwing these guys through the portal. So as you can see, boom, I just throw them through there and then they appear over my expansion, which is pretty cool, because I think I am all set here in terms of defense. I've got a lot of units and I have this turret. Gimme. Alright. Lots of little dudes coming at me. And then the big fish guys. Let's see, if I hit the plasma, or the ectoplasm, or whatever it is, does it die? Doesn't look like it. It does get knocked away. That's okay, this thing has a long range on it. Oh hey, friend bot, what do you want? This might end up being a long video, depending on how long I can go. Now what I want to know is, can I pick this up? I can do that. Oh, so whoa. I don't think I can move that. Alright, we've got enemies. By the way, this game, I believe, is $10. So, not too bad. But obviously in this early access state, it's not the most complete game you'll find in VR. There actually is a fairly complete real-time well, not real-time, turn-based strategy game in VR called, man, I forgot what it was called now. What is that game called? Let's see. Let's look at my game list real quick. I have so many games in VR. 77 games. Spent a lot of money on this stuff. All worth it though. I love VR. Oh yeah, it's called Quar, Battle for Gate 18. I'll make a video about that game soon. So it is an actually complete game that's not in early access, unlike the majority of games in VR, and it's a turn-based strategy game, and I like it a lot, so I will show you guys that in a later video. In you go, you two. Alright, let's beat this wave 14, and then I can work on my expansion. So, I haven't played this game that much, so I don't know the proper protocol for expanding. But the couple times I did play it, when I would try to expand and build buildings, the enemy waves would just spawn at my new expansion and destroy everything because I didn't have any units there, which is why I'm throwing over a ton of units before I even attempt anything. Oh god, this is an awkward angle. I'm still not hitting it. There we go. Let's... Die, why are you so far away? Okay. Alright. So many. Okay. We need a refinery. We should also build a... I guess I can't build a bot production area yet. Oh, the enemies are spawning over here. Alright, boys. Do what you were built to do. I'll help you out with my orbs, or with my discs, I mean. Just defend the boys. Get out of here. Oh god. And this is why I threw a bunch of units over here before I went over here. Because, yeah, these guys will mess you up if you don't. Oh no. I'm just gonna try to defend my guys by killing these orbs. Oh. Alright, we're good. We're good. Maybe now I can build a bot factory. Sweet. Oh yeah, and I forgot to power these things. My little dudes are coming over here now. Hey guy. There you go. Looks like they're going over there on their own, but at least I'm giving them a little boost. Okay. So that's interesting. Now, let me make sure that all my probes didn't leave. They did. All my probes left. Oh. This thing is unpowered now. So... interesting. Okay. So I guess the enemies will just spawn wherever you are. wherever you personally are. Now, if they overrun this base, which I kind of doubt they will since I do have plenty of dudes here, then I can just retreat to my expansion, which now has all my probes. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, even though I call them probes, I did not play Protoss in StarCraft 2. I played Terran all the way. I love Terran. Just want to make that clear. Same with StarCraft 1, actually. Alright. Yeah, that's what you get. I'm worried this video is going to be like over an hour long if I keep going. But I want to see how far I can make it. So now I'm trying to build up more of these probes to kickstart my economy, since every probe from this base left and went to that base, because somehow the battery got removed from the refinery? I don't know. Ooh, okay. Wait. Okay, I thought for a second enemies were spawning over here, but I guess it was actually just these sparkles that happen when you open the teleporter. Alright, wave 17 incoming. Thank you, FriendBot, for the friendly reminder. Alright, this is an advantageous spot for these enemies to spawn because they're nowhere near my probes. Give me that ectoplasm. Whoa! Okay, so you can actually suck in the things. the black orbs. Whatever they are. Alright, let's get back. Get back on this. Oh no! I sucked out the battery! Looks like my ranks are actually massively thinning. Almost all my defenders are dead. So that's not good. Oh, and I destroyed all my buildings. Looks like I am going to move over to the expansion. Interesting, very interesting. Honestly, I think I'm probably going to end this video after this wave because it's kind of repetitive and it's getting a little long for a gameplay video. So if any of you stuck it out, then thank you for sticking it out with me. I'll probably keep going, see how far I can get. But yeah, so final verdict on this game, it is extremely early access. What you see is what you get. 3 buildings, 2 different units, but a lot more to come. What they have, though, I feel like is a really good base for a VR RTS game. So I'm really excited about the future of this game. And the graphics are good, the controls feel fluid, just like the throwing around your units and stuff. It all works really well. Not to mention the teleporting. It feels really cool. So, thank you for watching. And I'm gonna run away from these guys. There they are, way over there. If you're into VR, check out my channel. I put out a ton of VR content. Have a great day, and goodbye. So you can walk around the battlefield in overhead view in your room scale, or you can teleport. Go check out the enemy encampment. You can see they got a little tank over here. Got some dudes in the trees, or you can go zoom up super close if you want. Look at everything close up. So let's go look at these guys. Everyone in this game is like a weird salamander. I don't know why. And then my little cavalry guys are like riding these weird cows that have no necks. You can also command your units from the zoomed in area, so Let's bring these cavalry over here. And let's see if I can get a good angle on this little battle that's about to go down. Alright, take them out, boys. Nice. Killed one guy, and when they die, they turn into flowers. So, strange game, honestly, but it's fun. I like it.